The Friday before Christmas, people turned on their televisions to see Wayne LaPierre break the National Rifle Association's silence over one of the worst acts of violence in American history. The NRA had a full week following the Newtown shooting to come up with a strategy and a message that would enable them to beat back their critics and protect the Second Amendment. Unfortunately for gun rights activists, he did virtually everything wrong. He spent more than 10 minutes lambasting American society, movies, video games, and of course the media for creating a culture of violence. But that's a message that is best delivered by parents, teachers, psychologists, and even children, none of whom were present on that stage as a demonstration of mainstream American support for gun rights. LaPierre stood alone, looking angry and inflexible, discussing a complex issue at an extremely delicate time in the formation of public opinion. He had a chance to help educate people, but instead he decided to lecture them, and the American people don't like to be lectured. The NRA needs to do now what it has done so successfully for decades: focus on the Constitution. That will protect the Second Amendment, because most Americans don't see the Constitution as some outmoded document. They understand that we do indeed have a right to keep and bear arms. The bizarre school security solution, framed in a kitschy soundbite about good guys and bad guys, was a dangerous and unrealistic notion. There are nearly 100,000 schools in the United States, but apparently the NRA thought that before our kids could return from Christmas break, Congress, which can't agree on what day it is, could put an armed guard in all of them. That's right. The NRA thought that Congress should create what would be a multi-billion-dollar government funding mechanism to aid already overburdened school districts with hiring security personnel. And of course, if you hire security personnel, then you have to train them, you have to equip them, you have to institute standards of review. What's next for our children? Pat-downs and metal detectors? And of course, once you've done all that, all you've created is a new bureaucracy, massive new government interference in education, new fees and taxes to be passed along to property owners, and irreparably damage the learning environment for our kids. All supporters of promoting our Second Amendment should hope, if not demand, that a sensible conversation can be facilitated on this important issue. Only that will ensure that cooler heads prevail in weighing the guaranteed rights of people in a free society with protecting the defenseless and interdicting those who are a danger to themselves and others. After thousands of pieces of legislation, more gun laws will not guarantee that psychopaths and anyone willing to die to inflict harm can be stopped before it's too late. However, to continue to be effective, the NRA must be seen by Americans as an advocate for sensible policy. Unfortunately, Wayne LaPierre's failed attempt to hit back at his critics may have just handed them another victory. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter @TJ Basile.